I still feel like that was such a big missed opportunity. And I know fight fans feel like, because you are such an underdog, that is it's a mismatch to a certain degree. But I did see a lot of people because, he couldn't get an opponent. You had a name, essentially he was allegedly the boogeyman, but you were chasing him. It just felt like
Perfect timing could have happened
it would
and
have been
made something
cool.
special happen. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it had a good storyline, right? By everything that you're saying, right? And you guys could have fought at the Wells Fargo, things like that. But since he moved up to 154, I mean, you think that was just kind of, time? You just got to move up and wait, and just is that kind of
No, I don't think it was time that made him move up. I don't even think it was weight that made him move up. I just think that like the way their handlers are moving, they want to make sure that he's just not touched, you know? And like while he sits in the welterweight division, he starts to look more and more like a target. It was the first person to ever target him and have the courage to do so was me. And they've been trying to run away from me as much as possible. If I show up at the fights, I'd be like, okay, let's make this fight happen. Like, oh no, we're gonna move up and wait. And then Verger says, oh yeah, then let's go. It's like, oh no, no, we're gonna go back down and wait. You know what I mean? Like as soon as we got this guy out of the way, you know what I mean? Now we're gonna go back down and wait. We're gonna just captivate more titles. And the whole thing is like, okay, well then Brian Norman's like, okay, fuck it, let's make it happen. You know what I mean? It just seems like Boots and the handlers of Boots is just really just scared of being tested. And that can be an issue because I mean, with all of this hype, we need to know what the truth is. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happens? Like, I can guarantee you one thing. I can guarantee you that Boots is going to hit the deck if he fights me. He might hit the deck more than once because I'm just that goofy. Pow, pow, pow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just that goofy. Like, you know what I mean? But then the thing is, what happens next? I want to know, and you want to know, and the whole world wants to know whether he's the real deal or not. Does he deserve all of this credibility that people are giving him? I don't know, you know. But what I do know is that he have never really been tested. Well, I want to see that chin slide off his face right quick and see if those pantyhose come up. You know what I mean? I want to see what happens if the like, okay, are those boots really boots or are they stilettos? You know what I mean? Like they might turn into high heels and be shaking on the the models that can't quite walk on the runway with these incredibly high heels and they just stumbling around. Like I want to see if it's like that. You know?
Well, I mean, I do know that they don't want to face you, and essentially you want to go for belts and stuff like that. So was that kind of a missed opportunity for him and Norman? Because I know once again they've sparred, right? They similar like you spar with Boots. They've said they got the better of Norman
Didn't
and
really spar with him. I just think I had like 2 rounds. I'm like, oh man, I'm out of shape, bro. Let me just we're
that's
going
I remember Bozy said something like,
get
"All
this
right,
shit later. We're gonna get this shit later, bro. Like, like I ain't fighting God knows when. I ain't even been training. It seemed like the only time when people show up to want to spar me is when I'm out of shape. Like, you know what I mean? Because when I'm in shape, everybody's getting hurt, and then they don't want to talk to me no more. You know what I mean? It's not fun no more. Like, so it's just one of those things.
well,
You
I
know?
mean, because I know Bozy said like a round or two, so I give you credence based off that because it's not I guess necessarily fully sparring, but the
Yeah, yeah.
Norman thing, right? Like I mean that's a person that maybe you could potentially fight, but now that Boots is out, so maybe that's someone who everyone kind of looks at. Maybe I know there's Mario and Pacquiao, which many people don't really feel like they may be the best, at their stages or what. But
Mm.
is Norman the guy at welterweight? And would he beat in Boots? And then do you feel like with Boots staying at 147, Norman being there, if you went to Norman, would you been going after the best welterweight, I guess, in the
I
division?
think I think so. I think so. Going after Norman will probably be the best fighter in the welterweight division right now. I would say
And what is
probably
it?
not probably not the biggest bag. It'll probably be like for 200,000, bro. Like, yeah, okay. So I'm fighting $1 million fight for $200,000. Like, come on, you guys. That's why like nobody cares anymore. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where to go with that, but yeah, I would say that. But he's just not the biggest name.
Do you see yourself, I guess, competing for one of these vacant titles now? Because I guess,
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely, hmm
Um, you know,
absolutely.
do you feel like one stands out a little bit more than the other?
Not really. I would fight for pretty much any of those belts. The whole thing is this. You think I'm talking shit now? Imagine what happens when I got a world title. But I do have a title that says People Champion on it, and I did fight a name which nobody else has.
Hmm.
Really, I'm the only person outside of like Brian Norman that could talk shit and say like, "Yo, I got something," you know. Not even Barrios. I mean, he fought an old guy too, and what's his name? What's the Cuban
Ugas?
defector? Ugas, yeah, and
Hmm.
Ugas, he fought a Ugas that was old. I was chasing his ass down too, but he got to it and he made that fight possible, because of politics. Obviously he's with PBC.
Hmm.
It was easier to make done. And but he didn't actually win a world title. That was just like kind of it vacated and went to him. So he really don't have a quality name on his resume either, but he has a world title
Hmm.
outside of Norman. So honestly, like there's really only three kings at the welterweight division right now, and it's me, Brian Norman, and Mario Barrios. And people like me, like I don't even have a world title, but I'm the only person that have a real name under my belt.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Outside of maybe I would say Devin Haney.
I was gonna lead
That
into.
last time he fought, it looked so bad. It looked so bad that people just started just throwing his ass in the trash. Even Turkey was like, you know what? I don't want to ever see this again. Ryan was way better just for losing, bro, and not running. You you ran and ran some more, and we're not cool with that.
So I guess my question is like, is this just competitive spirit? Because I know at one point when I was at the top ranked gym, I bumped into you and Bill together, right? And everything, you were in support of Devin to do well. Obviously, he's moving to welterweight, so there's really no friends, right, in boxing, and when it comes to competition in the bag and championship titles. But is that just what it is, or did something go a little sour? And if so, why?
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I'm always gonna be cool with Devin Haney and Bill Haney.
Hmm.
Even if I jerk their chain like a little bit, like look, jerk your chain right quick.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But it's all fun and games. This is just entertainment. It's fun,
Hmm.
and you like people like them. They take their self way too serious. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I take advantage of that because I am a clown. Like I grow up in the era of yo mama jokes.
Facts, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the era of like, yo, you better get your jokes together because they gonna roast your ass before they even had the word roast. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, like they got to get used to that shit. You know, and am I a friend? Yeah, I'm definitely a friend. Like you can still call me, talk to me.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, blase, blase, blase. You know what I mean? But if we want to make a fight, we can always make a fight. I'm always going to be down to make the to get in on that action. But there's no like real foul feelings.
Hmm.
You know what I
No,
mean?
it's just.
Bro, I got a whole diss record for Ryan. I'll fuck him up. I'll fuck him up. I swear to God, like I dared, like they better. I'll hope they mention my name somehow. We should fight. But beyond that, I'm really, I'm really more friends with Ryan than like than just like competitive edge.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I got this record. I might say this and that, but at the end of the day, like I know that he's a human being and like, you know what I mean? And I still got love for him. Still got like respect and love for him. But this is entertainment and I'm going to clown, you know? So yeah.
You being kind of like the OG when it comes to those two kids, right? Devin and Ryan. And it seems like they're going through a lot and to a certain degree, right? I know that, yeah, Devin is undefeated. I mean, he took a lot of punishment in the Ryan fight that switched to no contest because of the Osterine situation. And then,
Fake lies. Like,
but
but go ahead.
I mean, that's what was on the paper. He fell for
Yeah,
Osterine,
yeah.
right? So that's that.
Ostrich.
But I gotta be politically correct, in this. But he took the Ramirez fight. They purposely fought that way, is what they said, because they didn't risk avert, but it was obviously not desired for a lot of fight fans. And then Ryan loses to Rolly. He's gonna take a year off. It looks like that's what Oscar suggested. And, he was seen crying in the car. But
Hold
these
up. That he should take a year off after
that's what
the
De La
Rolly
Hoya said.
fight.
Yeah.
That's not good.
It's not. It seems like a trend that he's
I
on.
can't wait a whole year. He needs to fight me now,
I
man.
mean, that could be the fight next, right? But then again, it's Golden Boy though. Like, would Golden Boy
Hey
be
man,
the?
Golden Boy, hit me up. I got a fucking $1 million lawsuit on your ass anyways. We can make this solid. Call me right now.
I mean,
Text me
yeah.
on my platform at blairtheflair.com. Like,
I mean, that's how the Ryan and Devin rematch was essentially kind of being formed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, kind of.
yeah.
But I guess I was gonna get super sentimental here, but it's like they both seem like they're going through some stuff. I know Devin's kind of posting personal stuff on Father's Day, but just when you look at
Like
those,
what? He's not even a father though.
he is.
What? He has a child?
Yes, he has a
Devin
daughter.
Haney? I
I,
thought he was shooting blanks. He has a kid?
I mean, it's public record now, right? But he has a kid, and it's
I wasn't even sure if he liked women, man. That's crazy.
oh, come on, man.
Are you serious? He has a kid?
Yeah, he has a daughter. Yeah, yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. Oh
You
man,
sure?
you about to
Does the
pull out the
daughter look like
troll.
him?
I mean,
Does the daughter look like him, man? Like you got the big lips, what? Like
I
the
didn't, I
big
didn't really,
nose?
I didn't really get to see a picture earlier. I think it was posted
Uh
on social media, but I didn't.
I've been, I've been skeptical about Devin Haney's sexuality for a long time, man. Like, you know what I mean? He do get zesty around here, you know, even more than my
All
nails.
right,
So
I
it's
can't even get into. I can't. Oh, yo, I'm done. I can't even get. I was gonna open up a whole like, yo, Blair, can we get some sentimental stuff? I was gonna get it, but no, out the window, man. Completely done. We
look,
want either.
no, no, that's a vine right there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna go viral right there. Like,
I
come on,
mean,
let me
fair enough.
text
All
you.
right. Blair wants to fight Ryan. Blair wants to smoke Devin. Blair wants to smoke. Fuck all the soft talk. Oscar make it happen. Bill make it happen. Right? Because really, Devin is going to 147. Needs an opponent. You obviously want to fight Devin. You can introduce him to welterweight division. You guys have some history. And I think Bill a long time ago said that he would be interested to make the fight too, right?
Of course, we can make that fight happen. But sometimes I be just thinking people would be capping. You know, we can make it happen, but are you capping? You know, I'm not sure.
How are we gonna get you a fight, man? Like, is Karen? Are you gonna be able to get a fight with Karen? I know Eddie said.
Eddie was capping, man. I had, you know how fast I was on that shit. Like, yo, Eddie, are you trying to make this happen? Like, come on, let's make this fight happen. Is this what I got to go through to get to Boots? I'll do it, man.
That's
I'll slip and
crazy,
slide
bro.
backwards, man. What do you want? Like, you look, I'll I'll wash your shoes. I'll clean your car. Anything to make it happen.
Not even the Karen fight. Can't even get the Karen fight. This is crazy.
Nah.